Hello, Phil here from Wings of Pegasus and welcome to another analysis video. On the agenda tonight we have Merle Travis, and this is going to be coming all the way back from 1951, and it's going to be his performance of 9-Pound Hammer. So let's get Merle up on screen and see how he gets on.
This 9-pound hammer, just a little too heavy for my size, for my size. I'm going on the mountain, gonna see my baby, but I ain't coming back, well I ain't coming back. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Well, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. Tell me, how can I pull when the wheels won't roll? 9-pound hammer, kill John Henry, but it won't get me, ain't it gonna get me? Well, I'm just a poor boy, a long ways from home, down in Tennessee, down in Tennessee.
I'm just going to jump in here. If you don't really listen into the lyrics, you might actually miss some of the point of the songs, because if you're not concentrating, you'll just kind of bop along to it and it'll be great and you think, oh, this is really nice to listen to. But have a listen to the lyrics, because there's some seriously thought out stuff in there. But into the playing, we actually get some really good angles here of Merle's right hand, the way that he's picking the strings. And Merle has got his own picking technique that's attributed to his name, called Travis picking. And the interesting thing about Travis picking is, if you look it up on Wikipedia, you can see that they say you're using your thumb for those running bass lines like we've got here. We can see that Merle's got on this thumb pick and he's using his first finger to play that counter melody that's always going in conjunction with that bass line. But interestingly, on Wikipedia, they say that you use your first finger and your second finger for Travis picking, whereas here we get a great angle to see that Merle only ever used his first finger. So you could argue that Merle Travis is doing Travis picking incorrectly. Of course, that's not the case, because this is the guy that they've named it after. What's happened is they've got the definition wrong, and they're starting to attribute the technique to players that came on later and started playing the same music and the same compositions with first finger and second finger. Of course, Merle was a main inspiration of Chet Atkins, who then came later on, what a legendary player he was. So just a great video to see the actual technique in action. Just a little technical point there, but a really important point. I always mention about players that sing at the same time. It doubles the difficulty, especially with this kind of playing, because we've got that constant running bass line going on all the time, and then that lead line on the guitar as well, and then Merle is then supplying a vocal over the top whilst keeping that rhythm going. It's not just strumming out chords here. There's a lot going on underneath the voice, just keeping that bass line going. So it's really impressive, because Merle just looks like he's throwing it in there, not having to concentrate at all. But there's a hell of a lot of work that has gone into being able to play this rhythm and sing at the same time. Let's get stuck into a little bit more.
Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. How can I pull when the wheels won't roll? It's a long way to Harlan, it's a long way to Hazard, just to get a little brew, just to get a little brew. When I'm long gone, just make my tombstone out of number 9 coal, old number 9 coal. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Tell me, how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. Now how can I pull when the wheels won't roll. Roll on, buddy, don't you roll so slow. Tell me how can I roll when the wheels won't go? Roll on, buddy, pull your load of coal. Tell me how can I pull when the wheels won't roll?
And there we go. And an absolutely faultless performance in terms of the clarity and the chords and how concise the lead notes were when he went off into the lead. This is just going back to a time where a guy and an acoustic guitar would entertain you for not only 3 minutes just with one track, but like for a whole evening, because the playing's so good. Getting those chords so clean on an acoustic guitar and having that running bass line going the whole time. There's even a little part here where Merle goes into a tiny little lead section, which is the only part of the track where that running bass line isn't in there anymore, and he has a great little bit of alternative picking with that thumb pick on, which is a totally different technique just in itself. But then as soon as he's finished that lead line, he then goes straight back and picks up that rhythm with that Travis picking, getting that bass line going again, and it's just exactly the same rock solid tempo the whole way through. Another thing that people might overlook is it's so easy to start speeding up, especially when you're thinking of vocals and bass lines and then playing a lead part and then coming back in. So easy to speed up and lose that groove, whereas Merle is just in the groove for the whole track. Even when he then takes a little bit of a journey away from that rhythm into that lead, it comes straight back into it. And even though it's just over 3 minutes and it's just a guy playing an acoustic guitar, no effects here, no amplification or anything going on, there is so much going on within the performance, because we've got the verse, we've got the chorus, we've then got that little lead section in there as well. Then we come back to the chorus at the end, we have another little lead section, almost like a lead outro, that then has that running bass line going on all the time, as well as those lead notes. So there's plenty of stuff to keep you interested in there. And then there's that deeper level of lyrical content as well. You can see here that Merle really delivers the track with a smile on his face the whole time, which is a bit of a contradiction to the lyrics that he's just delivered throughout the whole piece. Obviously, if you're watching him play, the amount of work that he gets through with that right hand, the thumb and the finger, and the melodic content that's in there, the lyrics might fly under the radar because you're concentrating on so many other things. But also, the way that Merle delivers it, you might not necessarily get how heavy those lyrics are because of the way that he's delivering it in this major key, delivering it with a smile. So it's a really clever way of delivering such serious or potentially serious subject matter with a smile, so that people think it's great, but then actually look into the lyrics and there's something deeper going on here. And it's great to see the origins of a technique that would then go on to influence so many future players and future generations, and how the technique would adapt and change with these other players as well. But it's great to see where it all started with Travis picking here with the thumb and just that first finger. Impressive playing all round here by Merle, and the delivery of the track is really impressive as well. But thank you so much for suggesting this video for me to take a look at. Keep those suggestions coming in the comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the next one. Rock!